why I think you should move out of your hometown. Now, this is a generalization. So, which means you could prove it right and you could prove it wrong many times, but something that I've observed. There's something about stagnation and this overwhelming acceptance of averageness when you never leave or never move out of your hometown. You accept yourself as average, and other people who have known you for years also accept you as average in many situations, in many cases. Here's what I mean by that. If you've been friends with people since you were 8, 9, 10, 12 years old, a lot of them see you as you used to be when you were 8, 9, 10, and 12 years old. So it's hard for them to see you as the person who you internally want to become, or maybe even externally want to become. And it's hard for you to see yourself. There's something about the overall way of life that you've always had that is very hard for you to break when you've always been where you've always been. When you go to new places, it just opens up your brain and it forces other people to see you as you see yourself. Now, some people say, well, I don't need people to see me as this. I don't need people to see me as that. I can do it. I can be whoever I want to be no matter who I'm around. It's tough. If you can't do it, it's cool, but most people can't. Most people need energy from other people. And your family oftentimes, not all the time, it's even harder for them to see you as the new you as your childhood friends did. There's this average thing that goes on with being in your hometown for a certain period of time. It's acceptance. It's average. This is who you are. Be who you are. Be who you used to be. I don't want to be who I fucking used to be. I don't want to be who I fucking was last week. I don't want to be who I was last week. Be who you used to be. I suffered from depression for a number of years. I don't want to be depressed. Be who you used to be. When you're in a new place, it's easier for you to become somebody new. What is this thing that you have to be who you used to be? What if you don't like who you used to be? What if you want to change that? There's something about new people that brings it out of you, and they see you as you see yourself. When people who have known you all your life, they usually see you as they used to see you, as they're used to seeing you. There's a lot of truth in this. Now, I know people who have been in their hometown, their home life, and they grow and they change and they evolve, and they're very happy people, or even, and I say averageness like it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing for me. It's not a bad thing for everybody. So let me clarify that. Some people are totally happy with their averageness. Me, I'd rather be below the poverty line than average too long, because when I'm average too long, I feel like I'm dying. When I'm below, I feel like I need to fight to get great. Now that's not always easy. That's not always easy. It comes with some BS. It's not always easy. It comes with some BS, and it's tough. But it's just how I'm wired. I'd rather be below than that consistently average, because it becomes easier to accept when you're consistently average. And when you're an alpha fighter warrior, when you're below, you're going to be fighting to get above. It's just the way that people like us are wired. We're just different people. Yeah, man. So childhood friends, only having your childhood friends, not having childhood friends, only having your childhood friends, same thing, same hindrance. It's hard for them to see you as the new you. It is hard for them to see you as the person that you're becoming. Very hard, or a person that you want to be. You got to meet new people consistently. People always talk about, oh, your friends don't support you. A lot of times they don't. If you're feeling to support you, a lot of times they don't. Oh, but strangers support you. A lot of times they do. Meet new strangers and let them become your friends. We aren't glued to our old people. We can add new people into the mix. We aren't glued to the old people. We can add new people into the mix. You can add new people into the mix. And again, this is harder from what I've seen for people who have been in the same place. For some reason, they feel that this is what it is. This is who I am. Same mentality that I hear from my friends who come from the hood, as a lot of them say. You know, I'm hood. I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, why do you have to be this? Do you want to be this? This is who I am. But you just request, do you want to be this? Again, I don't want to be who I was last week. I don't want to be who I was I don't want to be who I was yesterday. I want to constantly evolve and grow and push myself to the brink of newness consistently. And you don't have to do that. And this isn't you have to do anything. This is a hardcore observation. And this is for people. I don't talk to people who want to be average. And my message is, if you want to be average, if an average life is your thing, hey man, live it. If you're happy, then live that shit. But that's not who, I guess, my audience per se is. The people who I'm trying to reach is. It's for people who want to push themselves to the limits and want to be great. Who want to see what they're made of, see what they have inside of themselves. That's who I'm talking to, primarily. People who've known you for a long time have a hard time seeing you as the new you. It's tough. They just, and it's not even hating all the time. Sometimes it's just pure damn him. He's doing better. Not even better than them. He's doing better than he used to be. Damn her. Who she think she is? Well, she thinks she's a new person, and that's a great thing to be. Be a new person. Moving to a new city, a new state, a new country, it forces you to become new. It will force you to become new. And if you find yourself in a stagnation period, a long-term stagnation period, one of the best things you can do is move and get some new friends. Add some new friends into the mix. You do not have to get rid of the old ones. You just have to add in new ones to this mix. Oh, this is who I am. This is who I am. This is what I've always done. But you suck. You're not happy. Are you? If you're happy, say it. But if you feel like you suck, admit that you suck. Admit that you suck. That's one of the best ways to change your life, is to admit that you suck. It's one of the best things you could do. And once you admit it, you go hardcore at changing it, full blast. Moving opens up your mind. Traveling opens up your mind. New people open up your mind. I make it a consistent habit to meet them. Because I know I don't know it all. And I know I have to learn more. It's hard for old people, friends, family to see you as the new you, as a person who you're evolving into. And you might not even push yourself to the limit because you don't want to offend them. You might feel you need to be accepted by them. And it might subconsciously force you to stagnate yourself. It's a terrible place to be. Don't do it. Move. You want to move? Move. See yourself as a new you. Find other people who will see you as a new you and rock it out. I think it's oftentimes a hindrance when you don't, for your personal growth and development. If you're happy, stay where you are. And something is inside of you is saying, like I'm not, this is okay, but like I'm more than this. Meet new people, and if you can, move. Do one of those two things or both. And I think will do wonders for your growth and for your development. You aren't a tree. Those are trees. You aren't those trees. You are not those trees, and I am not those trees. We can move. You aren't glued to anybody, or well, if you have children, you're glued to children, and husband and wife, you're kind of glued to them. But you aren't glued to the ground. You can pick them up and say, "Hey, man, we're going. Come on, we're out of here." Reinvent yourself. I reinvented the fuck out of myself this past 12 years. I reinvented the fuck out of myself. Go from teacher's aide to being self-employed to nationwide company to a lot of bullshit in between. Bullshit like foreclosures, bankruptcies, dating a different kind of woman that I used to date at 22 and 23 and 24 and 25 and even 30. Now on working with some of the largest black-owned platforms in the country, maybe even the world, financially to your black world, having my own schools after going to college for 14 years, having 2 schools now that I own. That's reinvention. See this wheel? New wheels around that sucker. I reinvent myself. It's scary and it's exciting. It's nerve-wracking and you can lose. You can lose big. You can mess up like I messed up. But you will feel better about yourself when you do it. Is it worth it? Fuck yeah, it's worth it. Hell, fuck yeah. All the bullshit, all the foreclosure, all that shit is worth it. All the pasta and sauces, all the, I can't even go out the house. I can't even go on a date because I was so fucking broke. Is it worth it now? Hell yeah, it's fucking worth it, because it makes you tough, and it makes you, it forces you to look at yourself, and it forces you to grow. If you have any kind of alphaness in you, it will force you to fucking grow. Reinvent yourself. You don't have to do what you've always done. You don't have to be the old you. You can be a new you and kick ass. And I don't want to romanticize this whole shit because it gets really fucked up. It can get really messed up. But damn it, the bottom line is it worth it? Yes. It is for me. And it's for many people who I know. All right. Take it as you will. Apply it as you will. And have a great day. Brother Dre, love you. Peace.